Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Kyoto-kan. I'm Ryusei. Today I'll share how to make Japanese croquette. Croquette is called korokke, and korokke is one of the most popular Japanese homemade dish. And the main ingredients are very simple: potato, onion, and grated meat. And in this video, I introduce how to prepare beautiful and delicious shredded cabbage. I hope you enjoy the video and the Japanese korokke. Yes, let's make it. Firstly, we'll cut the onion. This onion is from Hokkaido. About 60% onion is grown in Hokkaido. Today I'll remove the stem to keep the onion together while cutting. Place it with the stem facing away from us. Make fine cuts to the onion. Then make horizontal cuts. Nice. Chop the onion. The tip of cutting the onion is to move the knife back and forth without power. And if the onion is chilled in the fridge before cutting, we can reduce tear-inducing gas. Chop it roughly. Okay. Next, this is ground meat. In Japan, we often use mixed ground meat. It is 70% beef and 30% pork. But you can use either ground beef or pork too. These are seasonings for the ground meat. And this is the recipe. Let's stir fry the ground meat. Warm up the pan and add the vegetable oil. I often use neutral oil for stir frying. Spread the oil. Reduce the heat to medium-low. I add the ground meat to the pan and spread the meat evenly. Okay, then put a pinch of salt. Stir fry the ground meat over medium heat. Today we'll saute the ground meat slightly to trigger the Maillard reaction, bringing out a complex flavor and rich aroma. 2 minutes later, ground meat releases the moisture. The ground meat is cooked, but I continue stir frying it for a few more minutes. 60 minutes later, the moisture evaporates, the ground meat is nicely browned, the roasted aroma comes up. Perfect. Then add minced onion. And keep stir fry the ground meat and onion until the onion becomes transparent. The trick is to add the onion after the ground meat is ready. Because if you add the meat and onion at the same time, the onion also releases the moisture, and it's difficult to bring out the intense flavor from the meat. I've cooked the onion for about 4 minutes. The onion became transparent. Reduce the heat to low, then add seasonings: sake, mirin, soy sauce, and sugar. Distribute the seasonings to the ground meat. Today's seasonings are the same as for teriyaki sauce. The ingredients absorb the sauce well. Okay, turn off the heat. Stir-fried ground meat is ready. These are for potatoes. They are also from Hokkaido. Make a shallow cut in a cross shape. This will help us to peel the skin easily. Then steam them in the well-heated steamer. It's okay to boil them in the water, but it's better to steam the potatoes to enjoy their flavors. Cover it with a lid and steam them for about 40 minutes. 40 minutes later, check whether it becomes tender or not with a bamboo skewer. Good. Please cook the potatoes until they become tender. Remove it from the pot. Peel the skin as soon as possible. While the potatoes are hot, we can peel the skin more easily. Good. I peeled all potatoes. Then strain 2 potatoes to make the texture smooth and creamy. Although I use a strainer, it's fine to use a masher too. Today I'll prepare smooth potato paste and roughly mashed potato to enjoy different texture of potato. We call this fine strainer uragoshiki. It's often used to make ingredients into smooth paste.
loosen the fastener and transfer the potato to the bowl. It's comfortable to mix the potato and other ingredients in the bigger bowl. I put a pinch of salt and 20 grams of milk. Distribute them to the potatoes. Mix them until it becomes smooth and sticky. I recommend to use 1/3 to half a pound of potato for the paste. Okay. Then add the meat to the potato paste and mix them. The sticky potato paste holds the ground meat and onion. Once they are mixed well, move it to the far side of the bowl. Then add 2 potatoes to the bacon space and smash them roughly. I put a pinch of salt, smash the potato again. We can also enjoy fluffy texture of the potato. Please find your best ratio of roughly smashed potato and potato paste. Then mix them. This is my favorite patties of Japanese korokke. Ideally, rest the patties overnight to blend the flavors. If possible, we should rest the patties after they are coated with breadcrumbs for a few hours to prevent them from bursting. If you don't have much time, I recommend to letting them rest for 1 hour each in the fridge. Next day, make the patties into portions. Firstly, a little bit strongly press the patties to remove the air. Then roll it into a bowl. Finally, shape it into a flat oval. If the patty is too thick, it's difficult to heat it all the way through to the center. Good. Next, we'll coat them with breadcrumbs. Flour, egg, breadcrumbs, panko. Firstly, put the flour to the patty. The trick is to coat the patty with flour thinly and evenly. Then coat it with beaten egg. Remove the excess egg like this. Finally, breadcrumbs. Some of the breadcrumbs will fall off while deep frying, so we should put lots of breadcrumbs to the patty. Nice. Okay, ideally rest them in the fridge to prevent them from bursting in the oil. We can freeze them for 1 month.
Meanwhile, we'll prepare shredded cabbage. Shredded cabbage is the best garnish for Japanese korokke. I introduce some tricks to make beautiful and delicious shredded cabbage. Yes, let's go.
It is a half cabbage. Firstly, I add it into the water to make the texture crunchy. We sometimes add the cabbage into the water after cutting. However, I recommend to do this before cutting to enjoy its flavor. Let it stand for 10 minutes. Then remove and transfer it to the strainer. Let it stand for a few minutes. Let's cut the cabbage. The texture of cabbage is different between inside and outside. The inside is soft and the outside is slightly fibrous. And if we cut the cabbage along the fibers, the texture becomes crunchy. On the other hand, if we cut the cabbage across the fibers, the texture becomes soft and light. Firstly, make V-shaped cut and remove the core. Then I'll cut the inside. The inside is softer than the outside, so cut it along the fibers. And place it with facing the side of the outer leaf left. Chop it as finely as possible. Once the cabbage becomes small, pile up the outer leaves on it. Next, we'll cut the cabbage across the fibers to make the texture soft and light. And chop it as finely as possible as well. It's fine to fold the cabbage like this and flatten the cabbage to cut it comfortably. We don't cut the cabbage strongly, we just hold the knife lightly and move our elbow back and forth. It is important to cut the cabbage without power to make the shredded cabbage light and airy. Okay, shredded cabbage is ready. Delicious shredded cabbage is definitely different. 3 hours later, let's deep fry them. The temperature is around 165 degrees. The heat is medium. I add them into the oil. This oil is also vegetable oil. I recommend to use neutral oil too. The trick is to prepare enough oil to completely cover them. Deep fry them for about 5 minutes. Please don't touch them for first 1 minute. Then turn them over. Turn them over a few times to ensure even and beautiful browning. They are lightly browned. Almost. I recommend to remove them just before they reach their ideal golden brown color. Perfect. Beautiful golden color. Last one, remove the excess oil like this. Okay, I've deep fried 6 pieces of korokke. Let's arrange it on the plate. First, place the shredded cabbage, then korokke. Finally, pour the sauce over them. I'll share the sauce recipe soon. Okay, korokke is done. Let's eat it. いただきます. The outside is crispy and the inside is creamy. The sauce goes well with korokke. It is very delicious. This is a sauce recipe. The method is quite simple. Just combine all ingredients and study to dissolve the sugar. Okay, the sauce is ready. Finally, I'll share another way to eat Japanese korokke. Place the shredded cabbage on the sliced bread. Then put korokke on it. Pour the sauce over it. And this sauce is chuno sauce. It's a very popular sauce for korokke, tonkatsu, and so on. Fold it like this. This is also delicious. I hope you will enjoy it too.
Thank you. Did you enjoy? Today I introduced how to make Japanese korokke. I guess croquettes are a very popular menu around the world. If you like, please share your favorite recipe. And I hope you enjoy Japanese korokke too. And if you like the video, please subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching to the end. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Have a nice day. See you later.